welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for the penultimate episode of Island in the Sky. We definitely weren't talking about Lisa Frank and 1980s bullies for the last 10 minutes, or were we? Guess you'll have to find out. So here with me for the second to last episode is our full cast and crew. So let's jump around, do our introductions, and jump right into things here. Let's start with Little Red Dot with a mouthful of food. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
It's the leftover candy corn from Halloween, so don't judge me. Yeah, hey!
I'm judging you for the candy corn.
It's candy corn is the best. Okay, well, I'm Little Red Dot. I eat candy corn when I'm streaming on this channel. So I am here to play Tisla Onyx Fist, our stubborn and somewhat naive dwarf. She's not so naive anymore, who punches things with her fist, specifically rock.
And people.
I do punch people. That's secondary to rock.
I don't think it is anymore. I think you've punched more people than rocks in this season.
Yeah, well, people are softer than rocks.
That's true. They hurt less. You hurt more. Speaking of hurting more and hurting less, Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Speedy, your local pain boy. You can find me everywhere as Not So Speedruns, and today I'm playing as Wesley, our good boy paladin who is really just trying to do his best. All he wants to do is help people, help his friends, not hurt anyone, and not get hurt by anyone. And so far he's done like none of those things except help friends one.
It's kind of failing.
Yeah.
You have failed this.
Listen, Wesley has never called himself a successful anything.
On that note, so far I think the only successful person at what they set out to do. Kenny, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Yeah, I mean, Alethea is kicking ass and taking names, so we're going to save this island. I'm Kenny Hill. You can find me at twitch.tv/Kenny Hill or youtube.com/Kenny Hill. And I am excited to see this wrap up and hopefully not have my friends become any more tainted than they have already become. Hopefully we'll get out of this without too much more bad things.
And here to make sure that we are melons. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us about Island in the Sky.
In one of the greatest quotes from Avatar: The Last Airbender, "I am Melon Lord."
My cabbages.
Not the cabbages.
With that in mind, my name is Jack. I go by Jacko Buddy everywhere, and yeah, tonight's gonna be super fun. We're finally gonna get a lot of the answers we've been looking for, and if we're really, really lucky, we'll get to taint someone else's character yet again, because tainting characters is fun.
What?
I don't like the way you say taint.
I don't like this at all either.
I'm borrowing that
I'm praising! I'm bursting on mute over here. Praising.
I don't like this. I don't like what we're saying here today.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, and looking forward to going into this penultimate episode and then leading into the finale for next week.
God, I just want you to know there's an ominous shadow coming to attack you. So I think someone just walked through your room, and there's a shadow that just cast across the wall. I was like, I'm about to get murdered. I've seen this Alfred Hitchcock movie.
It's me.
Yeah. So before our characters and or possibly players get murdered, guys, go check out our sponsor, the Dice of Rolling. They are a full set of polyhedral dice featuring optimized quantities for D&D 5e. They're great for stocking stuffers. Get them before Christmas. Throw them in those stockings. Use coupon code UMG for $1 off. Also, check out our other sponsor, Reliant Games, on the Twitches and the Twitters. For all your podcasting needs, they're actually converting this show into a podcast after January 1. And if you're still feeling in the giving mood, because it's the holiday season, and the holidays are about giving and loving with family, go check out our Patreon and help us do awesome things. That being said, let's jump right into this thing. And if you guys want to interact with the show, check that donation section down below for all of the ways you can interact with this here episode. Jack, take us away.
Will do. So other than a kind of standard recap like I normally do before episodes, I actually kind of wrote something fancy up this week because, penultimate episode and all that. So let's just kind of dive right on in. The end is near. This much is certain as our party makes its way towards the heart of the island, the heart of their entire world. So much has led up to this point. First, the dream, bringing our team together in a place far below the surface, where they perished before a shimmering crystal. Next, meeting each other in the gardens in front of the Queen's Palace, where they were presented with signed contracts in the hands of Mortimer the Kobold. From there, they traveled through the mountains, battling bandits and witnessing the power of the Old Master. They traveled to the Iron Nation, met Father Guile and Wilbur, whooshed a shop away, and then returned to the mountains where they battled a great ice worm whose form was more than meets the eye. The party met with the Old Master, who was revealed to be Riken, the older brother of Wesley, though he was nearly 100 years old. He bestowed upon the team gifts, the power to see through the stones, a bag that held what the party needed most, a silver disc that is said to hold the truth, and a blessing of an older brother's love. Riken then disappeared into the wind, seeming to pass on from this world into the next. From here was a race against the clock. First to the Emerald Woman far below the world, who told that they would need a key and that the doom was closing nearer and nearer. Then to the Iron Nation, where they met the Emperor, faced the war head on, and barely escaped with their lives. Then to the Queen and Anna, where they were taken prisoner, forced to battle the Mad Monarch, and had little choice but to infiltrate the Wizard's Tower to rescue their friends. At last the time has come. The party has ascended the hatch, below which lies the heart of the world, and the truth the party so eagerly seeks. And so, as they make their way down the long, winding iron corridor, I want to take a minute here, more out of character than in character, actually. And I want to see, we're closing in on a lot of answers and a lot of ideas. So I wanted to give you guys a minute to talk, to the audience and to each other a little bit and see. I'm curious to see what you guys think is maybe kind of going on a little bit here. See if y'all are kind of on the right track or something before we reveal too much here. So if anyone wants to share like an interesting theory or concept or or how your characters might think things are going down, I'll give y'all the floor to kind of do that.
Human's inner monologue is can't
say inner monologue if you're doing that out loud while we're walking, Mike.
He doesn't realize the difference. Most of his inside thoughts come outside.
Come outside, yeah. He just misunderstands. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out. I think I understand everything but the girl. And the interesting throwbacks for me, for the cassette and the CD, made me think that we're in like a far future version of a past that once was. And the island might be all that's left of that place versus there being something below.
Okay. Anyone else want to share something?
Playing a post-apocalyptic game this whole time. We just
Well,
didn't know.
we didn't even know it.
That's kind of what I thought too. When like, because it has kind of a Numenera feel with like with the technology from the past or whatever, and that was when we first got the CD, the shiny mirror with the hole in the center, and went through that whole snow worm sequence, was just like, oh crud, like we were either like sent super far forward in the future or sent back somehow. Like we're not from this time, which Riken?
Yep.
Yeah.
Riken.
Kind of confirmed a little bit.
Yeah.
In a sense.
So there's a video on the internet somewhere. I forget who made it. I want to say Matt Colville because he makes everything these days. But he said something about fantasy games, and once you hear it, you'll never unhear it, and you'll always be like, oh fuck. All fantasy RPGs are post-apocalyptic RPGs because like every modern fantasy game, you're playing in a setting that is built on the ruins of a falling civilization, of a fallen civilization.
Right, of another.
So you're like, oh shit, they're all like one civilization they destroyed themselves or something, and now you're on the build-up phase of the next civilization. And I was like, shit.
That's because like exploring ruins and old stuff is cool.
Right. So that's why everything is built on the ruins of a past civilization. So like every fantasy game is a post-apocalyptic game, and I was like, oh no,
nice.
Didn't know that.
What about our good boy? He got any thoughts?
Magic is actually just science, and Alethea's mom invented it.
And that wasn't the island falling. Everybody pushed everybody else over. It was fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's great.
It's great.
It's like the end of World 1 in Mario, where you're on the thing and Bowser runs to the one side and you gotta jump to the other side of the island to balance it back out. That's why we keep going back and forth, because it's like, oh shit! No.
No, I was actually just teetering on a rock.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, well, let's dive into the game, then see how right or wrong y'all might have been with some of this stuff.
Very.
That's a good answer. Okay.
Which one, Mike?
Yep.
So, after what seems like hours of walking and listening to Human sing his inner monologue, you at last come to a large chamber of metal and stone. At the room's center is a large circular device with a small panel on one side. Behind this device is a tall metal door with a small slot on the front. To the right of both of these is a smaller door with a dusty sign tacked onto the wall. And so that is kind of the room y'all are in. So you'll have these two doors, this kind of device in the middle.
Can we read the sign?
Yeah, you'd have to go up to it and like dust it off, but you can definitely.
Oh, it's that dusty.
Yep.
Okay. I'll walk. Can I reach it? Is it up high?
Yeah, you'd be able to reach it.
Okay.
You might have to kind of reach a little bit because you're a dwarf.
I was gonna say I jump.
I'd like to do
wipe the
divine
face.
sense.
Okay, yeah, you send off your divine sense. You detect some kind of pretty dark stuff from behind the big doors. So there's like the big door, then the smaller door that Tisla just kind of walked over next to. Behind that bigger door, you detect some pretty bad stuff.
And I'm like,
So like fiend or undead? Just bad.
I'm gonna put it closer to fiend.
All right.
okay.
Is there anything good at all in there?
Me. Oh.
Not that you can detect within 60 feet.
Great.
And Tisla, you dusting off that sign, you can actually see words that are written in common on this sign, and it says "The Archives."
Oh, guys. Whose eyes? What is an arc? Like ARK? Or ARCH? Like
Archives.
how?
Archives.
Oh, archives. I thought you said archives. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that means.
You missed the letter there.
She goes, oh, my bad. Like, yeah, like oh, it makes sense now. I see it. It's the archives. I found it.
Is that where they keep the bees on the ark? Is that?
yeah.
Is the archives?
Yeah. Hey, Human, look, they got all the bees. Mike.
I killed Mike.
Keep the bees.
Hashtag bees.
Hashtag the keeper of bees.
No, that was so dumb.
So, you said there's a slot in the big door or the small door?
In the big door. So the door you're by, there is no slot on. The bigger door has a slot, and then there's that circular device in the middle of the room.
Is it a B-size slot?
Device.
No, it's not a B-size slot.
The
It's a little bigger.
slot size slot.
It's about the size of a slot, give or take a slot.
Kisla goes, well, she walks up to it and like puts her eyes near it, like tries to peer into it as if maybe you could see something on the other side. And goes, there's nothing that's gonna fit in that.
Okay, you make a perception check as you look through the slot.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Is it full of bees?
Okay. Come on. Why aren't you rolling? Oh, let me refresh Roll20. I've had it open for a few hours.
Classic Roll20.
What's in
Classic
there?
Roll20. Never hurts just to refresh, right? That's what.
Yeah.
What do you got in there?
I don't know. It seems some like I see.
It's a horde of bees.
Is it really?
No.
Oh!
It's full of bees?
Okay, so you look in the slot and you see that there you can't see like through the door, so you do get the impression something is supposed to fit into here.
Okay.
And you see what looks like some kind of like some copper or some bronze like plating and stuff kind of in there. In the more modern perspective, it'd be like some contacts or something.
Okay. I turn around and like look at them. Nothing's going to fit in that hole.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just a slit. There's stuff on the inside, but you can't see through to the other side.
Oh. What if I shrink down real little?
Well, I point to this slot. It better be real little.
Like a worm.
Wait.
Or a bee.
Or a bee.
Why not?
I like bees.
Tesla, do you have the key?
I do.
It's a
I try
weird
to put
keyhole, but
I try to like put it in the keyhole.
The key is too big.
It's got to be smaller.
oh no, maybe. Do you have that other thing that we got from the worm?
Oh yeah, empty out the
That
pocket.
fit there?
I'm sorry, the what and the who?
From the worm, there was like a box thing.
Or the shiny disc.
Uh,
I have the mirror.
Yeah, the
I don't
mirror.
have a box thing.
Shiny disc
the
is a
mirror.
little too wide.
Whoa.
what could possibly? Wait a second. Is it big enough for a sword?
It wouldn't be deep enough.
A small sword, like a dagger, or like a something. Is it like? I guess I'm asking how thick it is in terms of like what would reasonably be the right size.
A very thin blade might work, but it's pretty narrow. It's narrow and long.
I see.
So
what
like a
else is in this
laser.
room?
There is the other door that's the archives next to it, and then there's that circular device in the middle that has a panel on the side of it.
Oh.
Can I
Oh.
look at what does the
That
panel do?
Yeah, what's that do?
When you go up to the panel, there is a single big red button on it.
Does the button say anything?
It says
It does
press me.
not.
Do I sense any evil on the button?
You
Press
didn't
it.
earlier.
I will
Press
press
the
the button.
button.
Wait, don't just press a button.
No, press the button.
Okay. So Wes, very without thinking, just presses a big red button,
Yay.
No,
and then the island falls. And no, I'm kidding.
Yay.
we all become melons.
We're all melons. As the device is activated, a soft humming sound begins to play from somewhere within it.
Oh my god.
A moment later, a burst of light radiates from the base of the device, creating the shape of an almost familiar woman. This woman is the same woman that Alethea saw in her dream the night before facing the ice worm. Something in her heart and her mind triggers, and she knows that the woman she's looking at is her mother.
Ooh.
What?
She's pretty.
named-
Yeah, it's like think of like a light, like hologram kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Like-
Okay.
I put my hands through it to test it.
Yeah, you like go right through it.
Where's she? She's not even here.
It's
And
magic.
then,
Is
Who
this
is it?
A magic lady.
I have seen her before. Yes.
Oh.
She is,
And then the woman begins speaking as though she can't see or hear you, and just kind of starts talking. And she says, "Hello, friends.
Oh.
If you're watching this recording, then
I
that
am
means
human.
our plan has succeeded, and the time has come to complete the island's final objective.
Oh.
You probably still don't remember much of what happened,
No.
and so I am sure
don't.
you are confused.
I am.
But fear not, for Riken should have given you the disc by now with all of the information you need. In the archives, you should find a machine capable of playing the disc for you. With this information, your memories should at least partially return, and you will be ready to finish what we started. I wish that I could be here myself to guide all of you, especially you, Alethea. But sadly, I had to remain behind to ensure the execution was a success. I miss all of you so much, and know that I am with you in spirit. I have faith in each and every one of you to fulfill your destiny and save all of mankind. Good luck.
Do we know her?
And as she
Nope.
says that, the image disappears and the device kind of winds back down and the button pops back out again.
And as soon as the button, like, human pokes it again.
So basically the same message just starts like looping.
I'm gonna talk over her as she's like repeating it. Human,
Yeah.
do we know her? She talks to us like
I don't know her.
you.
Alethea? That's her,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's
That's who?
Myra?
Who's that?
Mira? It's my mom.
No, she seems like a nice
It's
lady.
your mother.
I've dreamt of her before. I didn't know that was my mom.
Well,
She's so
Well-
nice.
she's rightfully pretty, but what's the? How does she know that we were supposed to be? Or we was gonna be here?
That's a very good question. Obviously, that needs to be answered soon. And it sounds like we need to find our way into the archives. And this little guy needs to, we gotta figure out how to play that thing, I guess. Read it? Play it?
Is it if we get that sickly feeling in the bellies?
Nope.
Like, you miss something? Or like, something's wrong?
No. Did you
What does
miss
Anna think of all
breakfast?
this? Like, how is she reacting to like hologram lady and
She
all of
has
that?
a very like intrigued little kid kind of look in her eye, like kind of watching all this, and yeah, she'll kind of look at y'all as well and be like, you know, I don't really know any more than you guys do about this part. Yeah, I don't know.
Great. So I think we need to find our way into the archives, not scary door with fiends behind it. That sounds like a bad plan. So, was there anything else on this pedestal that we could look at to maybe get
I
Um,
mean, go just break it down.
Yeah, I mean, basically you could break the machine if you wanted to and rip wires out or something.
No, not the machine, the door.
Oh,
Why
the
don't
big
we
metal
just
door?
go in this door? It says archives.
That's what we're oh, human.
that's
No.
the door? Yes.
Is it locked?
This door? And he puts his hand on the handle and starts to turn it.
No, human,
It
stop!
turns
It said
really-
it was unlocked.
Click, door unlocked.
See,
Door's
it's
open.
not locked. I was just checking.
Dude, demons start pouring out of it.
I don't know. Yeah, nobody did. He just turned it on.
I was like, are we dead yet?
Do not open the door.
Why?
There are demons and bad things behind there that probably want to hurt us.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to be just slower, human. Just take your time.
Okay, so open it slowly.
Sure. As long as you do it quiet.
Okay.
You,
You open the door?
Slowly and quietly.
Alright, make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay. Pow.
A big cloud of, like, clump of dust falls off the top of the door and you dodge it so you don't sneeze.
There we go.
And the door's
is
open.
open.
Yeah, so let me tell you about what you see inside.
See, no demons came out at us. That's silly.
Yeah. So this is a massive space, larger than the great library in the Kingdom of Magic. Shelves stand in long rows, colored containers filling all of their shelves. The room is fairly dark, but it is dimly lit by small round lights that are spaced out across the room. A tall sign stands about 60 feet away into the room, with several arrows pointing in various directions. Above the first floor of the room wraps the balconies of 4 other floors, their contents lost beyond the darkness and the railings of their landings. Along the back wall is a tall series of staircases that seem to allow access to the other floors.
I don't like this.
I don't see any demons.
it's huge.
They're still here.
Who?
The demons. I can.
But they wasn't
Whatever
behind.
it is, I don't know.
We didn't go behind the big door. We just went behind the little door. Right?
Yeah, that is true. You found them behind the big door.
Oh, okay, never mind. But they're still here.
Still has to be something bad here, just not fiends.
Cool. So I would like to maybe carefully make my way towards that sign. This room is very intriguing. I want to touch everything.
We should just
Okay.
Me too.
So in what way are you approaching the sign?
Sneakily and silently.
Make me a stealth
And in
check.
the shadows. Are there shadows? Can I sneak in the shadows?
Oh yeah, it's like dim light in here, so you can. It's almost all shadow.
Yeah.
So make
I
me.
want to see what that sign says.
Shh, no.
Do I need to roll a stealth check or? Okay.
Yeah, go and roll. There you go.
Oh,
I'm very concentrated on this task.
Yeah, you like disappear like a ninja into the darkness.
Yeah, genuine gives you the thumbs up because I'm on my
yeah, I was
tiptoes.
really totally.
Give me a perception
Oh
check.
my God, Alethea's gone.
Just
Where'd she go?
I taught her how to be
Althea?
silent like the wind.
Althea!
Oh,
I was very focused on the stealthing.
you're very focused on this down there.
Incredibly focused.
To the point of being blind.
Yeah, you're so sneaky. You almost like run into the sign.
Well, everyone
Yeah.
knows if I can't see you, you can't see me. That's
Right,
a common.
exactly.
It's true. She's sneaking like this.
That's how like cats are. They just hide their head under something.
It's true.
And children.
Yep.
Watch out for the sign!
Okay, so the sign looks to be kind of like a directory listing, and a lot of it is like random numbers that don't really make a lot of sense to you. But one part does make sense to you, and it is a directory of the different floors in here. And it says World History, Level 1, National History, Level 1, Archaeology, Level 2, Ancient Relics, Level 2, Cryopods, Level 3,
Oh,
Music, Art, Literature, Level 4, Control Center, Level 5, Playback Chambers, Level 5.
oh, hey! Okay, well,
What does
what's
it say?
fine? I'm reading.
Okay, I
I'll
got
put
this.
some to the chat for y'all. Such a little directory.
Really? Okay. Yes. So I make my way back to the group and explain the directory to them. And while cryopods is like, what is what?
You can roll me I guess it's like science. Like you can do an investigation. I know you're pretty good at investigation. That's sciencey.
You want me to go? Yeah.
Yeah, the 16. You definitely recognize cryo being kind of like the prefix for things involving cold.
Yes.
But beyond that,
I don't know what a
not
cryopod is, but
right, something cold.
frozen. The fact that something frozen would be
It's frozen peas.
underground in our world seems like unusual. So put that on the list for later. But yeah, friends.
What floor is the cafeteria on? Is it kitchen?
I didn't say anything for kitchen, but we have control center and playback. Playback chambers? Playback chambers.
Well, do we think the mirror's going to play us a song or something?
It holds some kind of just a little sing-along song full of all kinds of useful information, just like when you're learning all the countries of the world. I don't know what is on it, but the
Actually, just a
hologram
kid's
lady
one,
told us that we needed to find a place to read it in the archives, and Riken told us that we would eventually find a way to read it, and this seems like playback.
Okay, so so he'll read it to us. Well, that's all the way at the top. We should get moving.
Like a story.
Like a story.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's try and get there and
So no
guess
stopping
learn
on
about
other
ourselves.
floors. No getting off to see pods and cryos and art and stuff. Just straight up to the top.
No. That's
We can do it on the way back down.
Okay.
Man, there's something for each of us. We eat, I mean, except for poor human, because there's no cafeteria. But I mean, we got national and world history. We've got music for Wesley. We've got archaeology for Tisla. So many things that are so very interesting, and I want to go look at.
In the far bottom right corner, it says like coffee bar, first floor.
Vending machine.
Well,
What's a vending machine?
Yeah.
Like a robot?
what in fact does it bend?
I don't know.
What does vend mean?
I guess we look at that one last because it's all the way on the bottom.
You didn't learn your vocabularies.
No.
Like a Venn diagram?
It bends it. You know, bend.
I wonder if it's a store,
Like
like
it
a
vends
vendor.
it?
Oh, that would make sense.
Like a vendor.
Oh.
They're probably dead. I don't think
have
anybody's been
money.
down here in a long time. Sorry.
I only have berries.
So the plan is to
Playback machines.
go all the way to the top
Or
without
chambers.
stopping. No vendors.
Quietly.
Pods. Quietly, right? Okay, to the top. To the top. And you said at the far end there's a flight of stairs?
Yeah, so the far end of the room. So what I need, everyone's gonna love this. I need a marching order.
I go first.
Okay.
I'll go second.
Okay.
I go randomly. So I'll go third.
Okay.
Pretty
Tisla's
hold
like,
his hand.
yeah,
And I'll be
Tisla.
holding human's hand the whole time.
Okay, good. And then I'll, if she's with Human, then I'll take up the rear.
I feel like humans marching order consistently shifts because he just wanders. The
He
group
doesn't even know
stops and
we're
he
in
takes
a
a
marching order.
He
So
has no concept of it.
So stealth.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a
check the
group
traps.
stealth check. So everyone do a stealth and we'll see how that works out.
All right.
Well, gang.
I mean, I almost forgot to sign. I'm like, I lost my mojo.
Yeah, y'all are on fire, let me tell you. I need a perception check from Alethea. Again. Wow, you are not seeing things today.
Wow.
There's just
How does it get?
Human.
The group is doing whatever human does. I'm just distracted by human doing human things.
There's so many shiny things.
So,
Gotcha.
Alethea, you're like leading the line, and you kind of go around that sign and kind of curve through a couple bookshelves, making your way. And you go around the corner and almost walk smack into a little bit of nostalgia for you. One of those giant spider machines that y'all fought in the dream in the very first episode.
Not
Big net gun on its back. And it turns and looks at you with like its red glowing eyes right as you approach and just stares at you.
but it doesn't do anything.
Not yet.
Everybody, we need to split.
Split what?
Slow moving.
The red light moves to Wesley.
On the count of 3. 1,
It moves to Human and Anna.
2, 3. And I'm gonna take Human and the girl and just like push him out of the like line of fire or whatever it is. It's got.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, and as you kind of like shove them and get ready to jump out the way, the red eyes kind of move onto Tisla. And it goes, beep, 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 threat detected.
Like, over here, you big.
No. She's not a threat. She's not a threat. She's not a threat.
And I need initiative rolls.
Wow, what was it? What was the stupid word that the one worm used? That was about the word.
I'd have to go way back. in the-
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Sorry, that's a different game, friends.
What?
Mother load.
Oh.
Okay, so we have.
Yeah, what was that?
Should have written it down.
I did. I just gotta
I
remember.
was like, it's the safe word. I was like, it's gonna turn the spider off.
Did it turn the spider off last time?
Well, was it threat detected or something? No.
I mean, like the big word it kept saying was access denied, and that's why they thought the name of the deity was access deny. And you'll have you try to use a little code word you'll have to give it, or do like there's like the dials you had to set.
Oh yeah, with the numbers.
Sorry, I have not rolled initiative. I don't want to have to roll initiative. I don't know why these spider friends think that dwarves are somehow so bad to us.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh no, we're not bad.
I'd forgotten all about that, and now I'm like, Jack is doing a thing. He's doing a specific thing on purpose.
Yep.
With the dwarves.
What
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Is that what you're saying? It's gonna be good.
It's not good.
That's what I hope.
It's okay.
Dwarves ruined everything. That's what happened.
We'll be fine.
I can't find my notes from that far back. I genuinely don't know.
Okay. So our order here is going to be Human, Tisla, Alethea, the spider, and then Wes. And then Anna at the end. Okay. So, Human, this thing has just gone threat detected, and you hear like making these kind of wind up noises and things like that. And then you also hear this zipping sound and look up to the ceiling, and there are 2 more dropping down from the ceiling.
Oh, they're both friends.
I gotta get the girl out of here.
You go where?
Anywhere. Tisla screams.
Have we long rested? When was the last time we rested?
Y'all have not long rested since the Wizard Tower now.
Well, shit.
Yep.
I would say y'all could have taken a short rest if you wanted to. So if y'all want to do a short rest, you're welcome.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm at like 10 hit points.
Yeah, so y'all can short rest.
Yeah, some sauce. So that's better. Oh, he's that's what. Oh yes. What is up with that?
Putting all them hit die.
Yes, please. We love this hit die.
All the hit die. Well, now you're rolling good.
There we go. There goes all my hit die.
One he does, lady.
Cool. What am I doing? I am going to look at the spell and be prepared to attack.
Holy crapola!
How far above me are the spiders?
Let's see. This room is like 5 floors tall, and they're pretty big floors. So I'll say they're about 40 feet above you right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Then he looks up and says, "Hey, you're joining the party too!" Whoosh! And he looks up and whooshes the 2 spiders. So a column of air just flies forward from him, 60 feet long, up into the sky, and hits both of these things.
Awesome.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, what's the check they make?
I don't remember.
Maybe it's a strength.
It is a
Strength saving throw against your spell save DC. What is your save?
16.
6. Jeez. Well, that one fails, and that one fails.
So they are pushed 15 feet away. I don't know how that works since they are suspended from the ceiling, but I'm hoping that it snaps the line and they fall 40 feet to the ground.
Yeah, I can go with that. That makes sense.
This is
Yeah,
get,
so you
get down here.
Off and they drop, and so they're each going to take. So it is 40 feet. So 4 is it D6 per 10 feet?
It's 1d6 for 10 feet.
Yeah, so 46.
So 46 total.
Okay, so they're both going to take. Wow, that's a good roll. 16 damage. Ouch.
Yay!
Did they fall on us?
No, so they fall and they like crash into some of the bookshelves and break some things that I'm sure are totally not valuable at all, or things that need to be taken care of. Crushing some of those shelves and kind of make like some kind of winding machine sounds and stuff as they get up.
Alethea takes a mental health day for her turn.
Yeah, I might have to like do a con saving throw to like, did I survive the like little trauma I just experienced?
Okay.
Valuable national treasures getting destroyed.
I got him!
Don't worry, we're in the world history section right now. Tisla, you're up.
No big deal.
Okay. How tall is this thing?
I guess they're about. We're gonna say they would be about.
Can I mount it?
They're like a spider thing, so they're like 6.5, 7 feet tall.
Okay, perfect. So yes. Okay, I'd like to grapple it. I'd like to get on its back where the gun is.
Okay, cool. Let's do a grapple contest. So it's gonna use acrobatics to go against you.
Athletics. Oh, got it. And
That's
that 20.
Yeah, so you try to jump on it and just throws you like right off.
Okay, well, as long as it's not pointing guns at the rest of my friends, I guess it's okay.
That's
Okay.
good. He's looking at you. Alethea, how are you doing?
I'm recovering. It's fine. I want to try to take these out with as little damage as possible. So I happen to have a dagger, and I don't usually, with the close quarter combat, usually not a good thing. But this time, I will take that sacrifice, and I would like to the one that Tisla just tried to grapple because it's engaged with her. I want to sneak attack it because it doesn't seem concerned about me at all.
Yep.
So I would like to sneak attack using my whistling blade, so the broken dagger, so +1, and then just another. Can I dual wield? Use 2 daggers?
You can, but do you have the dual wielding feat?
I don't think I do. So I think I can only use 1.
You can still dual wield, but you won't add your modifier to the damage
Of the second attack.
Yeah, the second attack.
Okay.
So you can still hit. It's just going to be a weaker attack because we're going to take off the modifier of the damage if it hits. So first hit is a success. All right, so that is 9 damage, and then...
No, that was the second attack.
Oh, okay. 9's going to miss, so the 24 is going to do damage.
Okay.
So roll that and also sneak attack damage.
And that I have written down. Should be 3d6 / R 3d6.
Okay, so 4 plus 13, so 17 damage as you cut that thing really good, and you like cut some of the wires in one of its legs, and that leg just like stops working.
Nice.
And some sparks fly, and it looks cool. It is now the spider's turns. I'm having them move kind of as a group to make things faster. So the first one is going to attack Tisla because it's like right there and it's pissed. So it is going to attempt to bite her. So it kind of opens up these big mechanical spider mouth thing, pincers, whatever they have. And that is only a 13. It's probably going to miss. Okay, that one misses. The other 2 get up from the wreckage of world history. And they are going to kind of turn around and they're going to fire their web guns. One of them, they're going to shoot at human. So that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Yep. So you're going to be restrained by webbing. And as an action, you can make a DC 12 strength check to get out of the webbing. Yep. So no damage, but you are restrained, I believe. Yeah, that doesn't do any damage. Okay. Cool. Then the second one is also going to fire. It is going to fire at, probably not the sneaky rogue because she's being sneaky. So it would fire at Wesley because he's shiny with a 22. So he's also restrained in a web. Okay. So Wes and Yumin are restrained in these webbings, and it is Wes's turn.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Tisla because they have targeted her. It seems like that makes sense. So you get
Yes,
plus 2 to
please.
AC.
Nice.
That is great.
And then I'm going to use my action to try and break free from this webbing.
Oh, first thing I need you to do is make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, thanks.
DC of 10.
Easy.
You succeed, so you're good.
Okay, and it's a strength check to get out of the webbing or strength saving throw?
Strength check with a DC of 12. You're right.
Hey!
Yeah, so you
Done.
just rip the webbing off and you're good.
Strong boy Wes.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
He's the
gets
strongest
that
good boy.
weird sticky webbing.
Strongest good boy. All right, and it is
Ugh, God. Ugh, gross.
it is Anna's turn, who is just going to kind of leap behind the bookshelf and take cover for now. Because, she's like a little girl. Okay, Human, it is your turn. You are webbed up.
The 2 that fell, are they, I assume they're in the same general vicinity. Are they with the third one too? Are they all kind of grouped together?
Those 2 are a little more to the side, so there's probably like 15 feet between them.
Okay. So he's like wrapped up in, spider web binding, and he looks over and goes, hey! And then the blast of air continues as he says, hey. As a bonus action, I move the direction of the blast of air at these guys. So they're still pushed in it. So they both need to make a strength check. Again, DC 16.
That's 1 success and 1 fail.
Okay,
so the one that failed gets pushed back.
Yeah,
15.
so one gets pushed back 15 feet. For the rest of them to move forward, it's difficult terrain as long as they're in that tunnel. Yeah, that's it for them. And then as his action, he's going to try to break out of the webbing as well.
Strong boy.
Strength check.
That's a success.
Me! I did it! Wesley, me and you!
Huzzah. Speaking of doing things, Tisla, it's your turn.
That's good. Because I am done. So, I was going to mount it, but I shall wait. I'm going to punch it a lot. So, I now get a double. So, I get extra attack. And then I'm going to use a key point to do a flurry of blows. Which I believe gives me another 2. So 4.
All right, 4
All the punches. 1, 2,
Nope.
3, 4. Crap.
That is 3 hits.
Oh, yes. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3.
9, 9, and 7. So 18 plus another 7.
And to top it off,
Mm-hmm.
I get to, when I hit with my flurry of blows, which I did, I can impose one of the following things. You can't take you must succeed on a dex saving throw and be knocked prone, which I doubt this creature can be because of how.
Well, the first thing you're going to impose on this thing is death. How do you kill it?
Oh, perfect! I want to just like punch through its like whatever its hull is made of, and grip its innards and rip them free.
Yeah, and you rip out a bunch of like wires and circuit boards.
Yay! Good job!
And it shuts off and drops to the ground.
I turn and look at the other two.
They are not intimidated because they are machines.
Well, they should be, because I'm looking. It's their fault. Their mistake.
All right, Alethea, this thing just got its guts ripped out and almost fell on you. What do you want to do?
That was awesome. I want to look at this thing later when we have time, but for now, I'm much more concerned about Yumin making books and things fly off the shelves and wreaking havoc in this particular section of this library. So I want to try to wrap this up. I'm going to go for the closest. Can I try something? And you can tell me if I can do it or I can't do it.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to ride this wind tunnel like down these like the shelving. And I want to like try to stab one on like underneath as I'm sliding and then stab the other one.
Okay. Let's see how we're going to handle that. I would say you're going to need to make an acrobatics check to do it successfully. And if you do, then we'll let you hit both this turn. And they'll both be sneak attacks because they don't see that coming.
I'm good at this.
Okay, so you need... Yep, well, I think you do it.
I'm really good at this.
You're really good at this. Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to like ride off that air tunnel and just whoop out.
All right, so 2 attacks. So this will be on the first one. Nope. Yes. The first one, you were a little shocked that you actually did it successfully, so you missed. The second one, you got it together and you hit it. So go ahead and roll damage on the second one with sneak attack.
And then 6.
Wow. Yep. You slice this thing all the way down and you see like some wires and boards kind of pop out the bottom and some springs. It is not dead, but like the lights on are like flickering and stuff. It does not look too good.
Sweet.
Yep. And you're now 45 feet away from everybody because you just flew with the wind and got the far away one.
It was the cool thing.
It was the cool thing. It's almost the finale. You got to do the cool things. Speaking of doing the cool things, it is now the spiders' turns. Here's the bad news. They're both coming at you because you're the only ones that can reach this turn. So this is going to be the first spider biting at you with a 20 to hit. And that does.
Ouch.
Yep. Okay, so you're going to need to make... It's just a... Thanks for that compendium.
So actually at the start of their turn, they need to make a strength saving throw again.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, huh?
Closer to me.
What was your DC?
16.
That one fails. And the second one succeeds. Okay.
So the first one gets blown back 15 feet.
Yep. Bye. Okay, so that means this is the one that gets to bite you. Cool. Okay, so you're gonna need to make. I'm assuming this is poison because it doesn't say in the description. It's probably a Constitution saving throw. That's cute. It doesn't really say. I'm assuming poison would be Constitution.
To try to.
Poison's Constitution usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be probably plus. It's gonna be a 10. DC 10 Constitution check or saving throw.
Okay, I'm probably gonna try to uncanny dodge this and have half the damage.
Okay.
But let's take it.
You succeed, so you are going to let's see, you're gonna take half the I'm gonna take a DC on field save or have as much damage. Okay, so you're gonna take half damage, and are you gonna uncanny dodge it too?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna half it again. So it's gonna be 7 plus 4 because you halved it. So it's 11 damage, so you're only gonna take 5 damage.
Fine.
That's a whole lot better than 15. Very nice. And the other one got blown away by wind and spent his whole turn getting halfway back to you again. So that's nice. Wes, it is your turn. There is one spider that looks really bad that is 45 feet away. And there is another spider that is about 30 feet away that looks a little hurt, but it's not really that rough.
I could only get to one of them. So is anyone currently engaged with either of them?
Alethea is fighting the more injured one.
Okay. You can't quite get there.
Yeah,
all right, I'm just
45
going to
feet
run
away.
up to the closer one, the one that's 30 feet away, and I'm going to swing at it with my long sword.
All right. That's a hit.
18.
All right.
7 slashing.
Your turns are so much easier than everyone else's.
Yeah, I just swing my sword. Sometimes I use a bonus spell. That's it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you cut it kind of good, and it is a gash in the side of it. It is Anna. She is going to continue to hide because she's a little girl. Human.
That's me. So now that all of his friends have run into the wind tunnel, he turns that off. So he ends that. And he's gonna casually walk down towards these things, and as a bonus action, use Shillelagh and then whack it with his stick. Hey,
All right.
stop doing that!
How druid of you.
Yeah.
How druid of you.
Kaboo! Oh wait,
you need
that's
to roll the
not
attack
how
first.
it works. Why did that do that? I guess this would be the option right here, right? Boop. Nat 1.
Ooh.
Nat 1.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
No, right.
You
13.
don't drop your weapon.
Yay!
That's really bad.
It's probably like a wooden stab, and you're like, ding!
Yeah.
The metal.
He's
It's like a
bumping too
cartoon where
hard.
like your hands vibrate and like goes like down your arms and stuff, and you don't touch your body. All right, Tisla. There are 2 left. One is 30 feet from you that looks pretty beat up, and then the really beat up one is 45 feet away.
Oh, cool. Okay, I can get to the one that's not so beat up. So I go, don't hurt my friend! And I'm going to punch it 3 times because that's what I can do on a normal.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
2 hits.
Ooh. Ooh. 17 points of damage.
Monks are OP, and you kill the second one.
Yes! Rip his guts out.
I forgot I have a second attack now.
I know. The level up has been very awesome for Tisla. She gets all the things. Yeah, so she like smacks it with one hand, smacks it with another, and then punches it and rips its innards out.
Yep. I need to play a monk. They sound super fun.
They are fun. This is my second time playing a monk, and I've quite enjoyed it. It's a very different monk than the last one I played, but
Okay. And it is now Alethea's turn. You have 1 beat up spider remaining in front of you.
Yeah. How beat up is it?
Pretty beat up.
Pretty beat up?
Yeah, it's like a bad.
Is it engaged with Tisla as well, or?
No,
it's not really
she just killed the other one.
Okay.
She's 15 feet away.
I'm sorry, it's how many feet away?
She is 15 feet away. You're face to face with it.
I thought you said 50, and I was like, what happened exactly that spider got so far away? Okay, so I'm just going to go in for just a normal double-handed dagger attack. I don't think I can sneak attack it if it's not engaged with anybody, so.
Okay.
What in the...
Make a dexterity saving throw. All right. You don't drop your dagger at all. You
Just been rolling all nat 1s and nat 20s tonight. It's wild.
It's just a crit job.
I would like to use a bonus action to disengage and get away from that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be near it. I just made it mad. I don't want to take the hit.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you disengage and turn and run 30 feet. It is going to move 15 feet now that it's its turn, and it is going to attack the monk that's killing all of its friends.
But you got to beat an 18 AC.
Nope, it ain't beating 18 AC today. All right, Wes, it is your turn.
+2, friend.
Yeah.
Will Wes kill again? Let's find out.
It's a robot spider. It does not count. It doesn't have feeling.
Says who?
I'm going to swing it out with my long sword. Pow. I'm going to swing it out with again.
Wrong sword.
You get once. Roll damage.
Oh, I only hit once. All right. Well, 4 slashing damage.
Which is exactly enough to kill it. So you bring your sword down, you like cleave its like robot face in half, and then you watch as its soul drifts off to heaven.
It has a soul. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, and the third and final spider drops to the ground, and y'all are kind of left in this scene. I think like a cartoon. Even like one more bookshelf just kind of comically like falls over, and you hear a bunch of breaking glass and stuff. And there's like a couple shelves knocked down and things blown everywhere, and then 3 ripped up spiders, 2 which have their guts like falling out.
Okay.
We did it!
Well, why don't they like me very much? I did nothing to those spiders.
Yeah, it's very disconcerting to me that they don't seem to like dwarves all that much. I don't know if it's you.
Well, that's their fault because dwarves are friendly folk.
What if it's just you?
Anna pipes up, yeah, you're so friendly.
It could just be Tisla. I mean, it's not like we've seen them react to any other dwarves.
That's me.
Yeah.
Have you seen them see any other dwarves?
What did
No.
I mean, that sound logic. What did I do?
Maybe you punched them.
I don't know.
But only after they... It's not my fault. They tried to attack me.
I feel like
in the future we should make them not see you. Perhaps a disguise or hood or that scarf that you're wearing. Kind of wrap that around. Maybe would help. I don't know.
Tisla, is there a head on this creature?
There's kind of like some, well, I don't know how to describe it exactly, kind of like a little metal part that's kind of like a head where like the eyes and stuff are attached.
I just imagine like almost like a dome or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little robot dome with like some eyes kind of
I
coming
would
off
like
of
to
it.
go over and take it off.
Okay.
Rip it off. I'm gonna like clear out the insides and I'm gonna put it over my head like a bucket.
You cannot see.
Oh, shit, look. See, now they don't think I'm one of them.
I don't think that's true.
Well, of course it's not true. That's the whole point.
Oh.
I mean, you don't look totally like a robot.
I imagine it looks...
How many fingers am I holding up, Tisla?
Tisla sends out her sense, her like 4 sense. Can I read how many fingers he's holding up?
Yes, you can. He's holding up 3. Tremor sense.
You, sir, are holding up 3 fingers.
Oh. I
That
have
might
nothing
work.
to add.
I like ding, ding, ding on the helmet.
Oh.
That's amazing.
An old man gave it to me.
I'm just cleaning up books.
Yep.
Okay.
We did
We didn't even get upstairs.
it! Oh. But we did it.
So I guess we should probably make our way up the stairs, try to avoid any more of these spider creatures. Can I do a quick investigate and see if I can get any of their sticky web goo that is probably encased in some sort of vial in their mouths or something?
Yeah, roll investigation.
I don't know. That might be useful sometime. You guys are laughing
You're so right.
15 is exactly the DC to find a little canister that's kind of built into one of their sides, and it's full of this slimy, goopy stuff.
I imagine sort of like silly
Basically.
string. So it's just
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
like silly string that when it comes into contact with something, like specifically air, the thing's actually like airtight. When it comes into contact with air, it gets really, really sticky.
cool. I'm taking that
So you have a
because
can of silly string.
it's useful. Can of Billy.
Hey, did my sight, my visions, do I see any more of these spiders?
Do a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Why haven't we been doing that?
We
have. You failed every single one of the perception checks.
It's the thing is, I'm not
them.
terribly perceptive.
Yeah, so you can see like up to like the second and third floor from where you're at, and as far as you can tell, it gets kind of fuzzy on some of the edges, but you don't sense anything else like moving.
Okay. Even with this helmet on, I can tell that at least for a few floors we should be rightfully safe. Yay. But we're not getting off on any floors. We're just going up, right? We're not stopping. No pods, no relics.
Straight to the playback.
Straight to okay. Should I go first this time?
I feel like you should go last.
Oh, well, that's what happened last time, and there's spiders.
I'll go first.
Yeah, but now we know what to avoid.
Oh, I see what okay. All right, fine, I'll stay.
Tell you to stop. No, I mean, if you want to go in the front.
I imagine the head like sits like out on her, like a bobblehead almost. I look around. Yeah. Okay, well, it's fun.
So marching orders, Alethea, Wesley, Human, and Tizla.
The same as before.
Same as before.
Loosely doing whatever it is Human does, trying to touch things, messing things up. It's fine.
Just keep a paw on the girl.
Okay, so I'm going to give you all the descriptions of the floors as you kind of walk up the stairs and pass each one. And if y'all want to stop at one of the floors and investigate, y'all can, or y'all can continue.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Are you doing this to us? You know we're gonna...
What's that?
You know we're going to want to look at the things once you tell us the thing.
I know.
Well, I got to describe them because you're going to see things.
Oh.
Ooh, things.
No.
Okay, so the second level of the archive that you reach from going up the stairs is quite stunning to behold. At the top of the staircase are rows of display cases, each containing what appears to be small fossils and strange rocks. Beyond these, however, you can see towering skeletons of creatures you have never seen before. Beasts with long necks, monsters who tower high into the air and wield rows of sharp teeth, and some that stay close to the ground and choose to defend themselves with their bulk instead. Though these are just simple skeletons of the creatures, you can picture what they would look like in reality, and it makes you shudder to imagine. And that's what you see kind of like from the stairs at the second level.
Dinosaur? How do I know that word?
I don't know. Dude, have I seen like those bones before? Like deep in the island?
Roll me an intelligence check, just straight intelligence.
Well, gang.
Nope.
I've never seen such a thing. What is it? I know what? Would you stop talking? I'm like talking over him, like, shh, be quiet.
I think they're dead.
Shh.
Yeah, they're definitely dead. They're
I hope so. I don't feel or hear a heartbeat. Okay, well, slow up.
Why are you still whispering?
Well, what if there's more?
Just in case. It's for safety.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the third level is very strange. Rows and rows of different sized pods seem to fill the entirety of this floor. Small glass windows cover the fronts of the pods, allowing a cloudy view of the insides. A strange bluish glow seems to come from within each pod, giving them a cold and mysterious aura.
What is that?
Can I see into
Frozen
any of the
peas.
pods?
It's very cloudy. You would have to like go up and kind of put your face like right against the glass and kind of look in, but you can do that if you like. Nope. Okay.
Wesley, I think those are the frozen peas you mentioned.
Frozen peas.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pea pods.
The cryo paper pods.
The crying pods.
The cryo paper pods. We found them. What?
That's where you go if you need to cry.
We can't see what is in them unless we get up next to them, right?
Yep. You have to like go up and like put your face kind of to the glass.
Would you like me to put my face to that glass? Do it for you, Wes.
Gotta get to the playback machine. We can come back here after.
If you need to cry,
I don't
you
want to
can
touch
go
anything I
inside
don't
one.
understand.
Before we go up to the, that was the 3rd floor. So before we head up to the 4th floor, can I check and see what I see
Yep.
with
And
my
make me,
non-seeing eyes?
yes. With your non-seeing eyes, make a perception check.
Hey, finally. 2 15s.
I don't see this in my roll 20. That's weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Odd.
I trust you.
Yep, it was 15.
That's where it says 15, yeah.
Okay. I don't believe you. Just kidding.
Wait.
I think I got that one.
There
Oh,
it is.
now I got him. That was
Oh,
weird.
okay. That was just like a major delay on it. I was like, I swear they're there.
They're probably having server trouble again. Yeah, so you feel it. So you can't really tell what's inside the pods. It's almost like the pods, like the metal and stuff, are made out of kind of blocks the vibrations and stuff, and plus all the ice.
Okay.
You can definitely tell the inside of these pods are filled with ice, and there's things in the ice of different shapes in different pods.
Okay. What about upstairs?
Yeah, feeling upstairs, you don't feel anything like moving around that seems to be alive or something like that.
Okay. Well, there's stuff and icy bits and whatnots inside of the pods, but we should leave the peas in the cold and go upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, heading up again.
Yep. There's nothing up there though, so we could. At least not if it's alive. It could be unalive.
Okay. So heading up the stairs again, the 4th level looks most like a normal library. Rows of books fill much of the floor, though other parts hold paintings that have been protected beneath glass.
Oh, this must be the art. Snazzy.
Wow.
What,
Come back. We'll come back.
You remember that time that we were in the place that wasn't a forest?
Yeah. the
No.
library.
This
Nope.
place is boring like that. I'm waiting for an old guy to chase me with a broom.
Why would an old guy chase you with a broom,
I
human?
don't know! He did it last time. He said, "Get out of here, you old coot!" And he tried to hit me with a broom.
did he
That
call
was-
you a coot?
He called me a coot! That was Wesley's dad.
Wow, Wes, your dad sounds mean.
Well, it was one of his dads. The other dad was okay.
Yeah. Let's just keep moving.
Okay. Promise your dad's not gonna chase me with a broom in here?
I really doubt he's down here.
Okay.
Now I wish I'd put like an old robot man.
Just- Yo, he just says, yo, coot.
The old coot, the old coot, the old coot. Just running around.
He's just all like repeat.
Get out of here, you old coot.
And so Sphere
Get
Nev
out of
is
here, you
worshiping
old coot.
Okay, so the 5th level holds a few more bookshelves, but otherwise seems to lead mostly to just 2 kind of main doors. One reads Control Center, and the other reads Playback Chambers.
Playback chambers. That's the one we want to go to,
So
right?
we want to play and not control.
Right? Because we don't know
Playback.
what the control center does, but
Are there
that would-
windows in the doors? Can I see in?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It's not like one's going anywhere. Playback first. Let's go. Ski
So-
doodle. The island is slowly falling.
Okay. Let's go!
we don't feel
do-
anything weird beyond the door. We don't feel any, no divine sense, no weird tremor, no weirdness.
He can divine sense if he wants to. You were definitely welcome to do a tremor.
You can divine sense if you want to.
I
You can
trimmer
make your friends
for
happy.
everybody publicly.
I will divine sense.
No, there was nothing scary behind that door other than maybe the truth.
Well,
Divine sense if you want to.
Okay.
No, no.
You can leave the island behind.
You can do a tremor sense if you'd like.
yes, I do a trimmer. I put my hand.
It don't sense. Your friends don't sense.
Roll a perception.
Oh yes, a perception.
Let's not start that again, please. I can't handle it.
Guy kills me. I can't either. He breaks me.
13. Okay. You do not sense anyone back here. You sense a couple like smaller rooms behind this
Okay.
door, Like it's been kind of cut into a couple different chambers.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But you don't sense anyone in those that's like moving around or things like that.
We should be okay. Nobody's moving inside. There's little chambers and such.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we check the door for traps and then move in.
Well,
I don't know why this place. We haven't really run into any traps at all this whole time, so I don't know why there would be traps. But I'm
Other than the spiders.
that those are
don't like
guards. Those aren't traps.
Also, the one time you don't check for traps is one time you trigger a trap.
It will be.
Well, then get to trapping.
Okay. Was
detrapping, untrapping.
perception, investigation?
You can do either one. I'll take whichever you prefer.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh, looks totally safe.
Totally safe, guys. Let's do this. Autobots roll out. Let's.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be the one to touch it. It seems like everybody's got a thing for the dwarves, and not a nice thing.
I'll touch it. And he reaches for the door handle.
Oh,
It explodes. Just kidding. The door opens.
Perfect.
So the door opens and you see a kind of narrow, kind of long hallway, and there are 6 rooms, 3 to the left, 3 to the right, that are evenly spaced down this corridor.
You know, this is a perfectly good place. Why would somebody just leave it behind?
That
I think we're about to
is
find
one
out.
of the questions that will hopefully be answered by this little shiny mirror thing.
Maybe they got
And-
lost.
Well, that's rightfully sad, human.
I know, I had a perfectly good cave, and then I wandered off one day, and then I got lost in the place that wasn't a forest, and then I found Wesley, and then I found you guys, and I still didn't get back home to my cave. And it's a really nice cave.
You just explained my first Minecraft adventure.
So sometimes maybe people get lost.
Real. That's real.
Yeah.
Except in this Minecraft. Except in this Minecraft game, human is the creeper.
It's true.
Well,
Should we peek in the first room on the left? For no particular reason, the left.
Yeah, so when you look in the first
Okay.
room on the left, you see a small square room with a kind of rectangular table and a couple seats. And in the middle is a small, like, little device with a couple buttons on it.
ew. Don't press any buttons. Nobody. And I point to the 2 gentlemen. No, human, you just wait.
None of the buttons?
Not yet.
I would like. If there are buttons to be pressed, then you can press the buttons.
Yay!
But first, I will investigate the device that is attached to the table, on the table, part of
It's
the
like
table,
on the table.
on the table. I would like to investigate it without touching it.
Okay, you see a spot, like almost like a little slot in it, and then there are a couple buttons on it. This actually looks very familiar to the device you found inside the ice worm, except instead of having a rectangular slot, it's got like a long, narrow slot on it.
Hey, look at
Is there a triangular button on it?
Yes.
With the I press it.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Will it eat the mirrors? Feed it.
I'm gonna allow it, but it's like I don't know why we'd think that. So,
What, didn't you have it, or don't you have it out?
Well, it doesn't have a slot on it.
Okay. Is it a smaller slot than the B slot?
Yes.
yeah. Oh.
Pulling the
Okay.
mirror out, it does seem like the slot is roughly the same size.
Let's
I don't
put
even-
the star in a triangular
Yeah.
hole.
I guess I like kind of hold it up to see if it looks like it would fit in the hole.
It does.
Hey.
And like, does it grab it out of my hands? Because it's like one of those kinds of things.
Did
just
you
like-
stick it partially into the slot, or are you like away from
Yeah.
the slot?
Like, cause I'm like kind of seeing how it would go.
Yeah, you still get about like a third of the way in, and then something like grabs it and starts pulling it from your hand.
Oh.
Oh, I want
Wow.
a snack.
It ate it. I
And a,
tap
and a
it.
little, yeah, and a little green light comes on it.
Oh.
Hmm.
It ate the mirror.
I didn't know
Now
you could have eaten it the whole time.
Oh wait, sorry. I tell human to press the triangle button because
Oh.
That's right, because we promised human.
Okay,
human
you
wants
went,
to press the
Oh,
button.
it's my
Sorry.
turn? Okay, I didn't get to eat it, but still.
That's a good friend. The friend that lets you press the elevator button is the best kind of friend.
Yep.
Yeah. So you mean press the triangle button?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you press this button, nothing happens for a couple seconds except you hear like some static, and then you hear the voice of the same woman who was in the first chamber, and her voice suddenly kind of begins speaking from this device, and this is what she says. She says, "Hello, my name is Dr. Myra Thompson, and this is a summary of the ARC project, followed by a summarization of the in-game planning for the project. Press the next button to resume playback." And you see a little button like starts blinking green.
Hey, human, press that one.
He presses it immediately.
Click. A summarization of history. As has been well documented, a massive meteor crashed with our world about 27 years ago, and with it came great destruction. The shockwave destroyed entire cities, entire nations, and even sank a continent beneath the sea entirely. But this was not the worst of it. With this meteor came the infestation. The infestation began as a small colony of insect-like creatures of varying sizes, but their population began to rapidly expand. These creatures consume everything they come into contact with, leaving no life in their wake. Plants, animals, people, bacteria, even microscopic organisms do not remain after the infestation has finished its feeding. War against the bug-like race began, but it was quickly made apparent that mankind could not withstand the all-consuming power of the infestation. It was for this reason that I invented magic. Press the next button to resume playback.
Press it, human, press it!
I pressed it!
We don't want to talk about this real quick with the okay.
Magic. Realizing that mankind could not stand against the horrors of the infestation, I began work on my greatest invention, magic. Using state-of-the-art microprocessors and experimental power units, I created trillions of tiny, microscopic machines that filled the air around the planet. These machines could be tapped into by those with the knowledge of how to access them, consuming their power supply to execute incredible feats, such as producing fire in the air or even closing wounds. The magic machines are consumed in use, however, so there is a limited supply at all times. We fought back using weapons that relied on magic, and while this pushed the war more towards our favor, it was not enough. And before long, this city was the last city that remained on the entirety of the planet. That is when my daughter, Dr. Alethea Thompson, and I decided to create the ARC project as one final hope for humanity.
That's your name.
Press the next button to resume playback.
Grab human's hands. Wait, human!
Hey, that's your name.
Did she say the art project?
Arc.
ARC. A-R-K.
Okay.
Like a boat.
Or the place where all the bees were.
Guys.
Yep, it all comes back around.
It's full circle now. I understand everything.
That's a boat full of bees. Why would you put a boat full of bees? Doesn't make any sense, Wesley. They can fly. Why
Place you
would they?
could put it.
So let me.
The bees can fly. Why would they need a boat for?
Human.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the lady's voice said?
Yeah, she said that her daughter was named Alethea.
No. This is her daughter.
No, I know. That's what she said.
This is true, but she said a lot of other things before that. That was the end. Did you get the beginnings?
Most of it.
Okay, so you say what happened is, I guess this is kind of all that's left.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I am definitely older than 27. Not by much, but a little bit. I don't remember any sort of.
Oh, well, I'm like 112, so.
Oh.
I'm over 300.
See? So it's not. Okay, so
I'm like
I have
12.
a theory, and I know that I'm just an old rock dwarf, and I don't really do anything but, put my fist to stone, but I think that you and your mother, hundreds of years ago, well, you started this project to save information about who these people were, and then she set you forward in time. Or maybe it was backwards, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that you, all of us, have potentially come here to fix it. Stop it, to do something. The timelines don't line up. Look at this place, it's covered in dust and old bugs and business. It's much older than 27 years old.
I agree with that.
And she said she invented magic. Like in a petri dish.
What's that? Like a fruit?
I had a friend named Petrie once.
Oh. Was it a dinosaur?
No. What's that?
That lines up with what Riken told me.
What did Riken tell you?
It wasn't really clear, but he said that the goddess was real and that her name was Myra. And that she was still the source of magic. I didn't understand it then. I didn't think she was just a person who invented it, but that...
Wait a second. It doesn't mean the actual source. Like not like a well. She's not a well of magic. She invented it. She's the original source.
Right.
So
Like a
why is the
magical-
island falling?
Like a magical sauce?
No, a source.
That's what I said.
No, like the starting point, the source. The source of it, the genesis spot.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if that's all true and she invented magic and it's just these tiny robots, I mean, I guess they could run out.
Just these type. No, she said this. Well, what's keeping the island afloat if it's not the magics? If the magics aren't running out,
They could be. I mean, if there are actual physical things that she made that are just in the air, I mean...
well, we've been to the bottom. Was nothing down there holding it up?
Right, but you don't see it in the air all around us, even though I can still harness it.
Oh, you mean like a bubble?
Yeah. It's just there. It's just too small to see, I guess.
Oh, she saved us and stuff.
It's, yeah, just surrounding us all.
So then where do we fit into all this?
I press the button.
Cool.
Okay, the voice comes back on and it says, the ARC project. The concept was simple, really. Treat the infestation like a virus. When a virus grows too great, it consumes all of its own resources and burns itself out. With this in mind, we have decided to build an island that can be propelled into the air far beyond the reach of the infestation.
That's where we live.
People will continue to live on atop this island while the infestation reaps all that is left behind on the surface, until there is no more food left and the creatures die out. The only issue with this plan is getting the island back down safely, without anyone alive who knows how to operate the device, or even that the island is a device at all. This is where the endgame comes into play. Press the next button to resume playback.
Wait. We're on a giant flying island ship.
We're on a giant flying island ship, and here I was my whole life trying to think I need to figure out a propulsion method for this giant island ship, and it's a ship!
Can we just talk about the fact somebody put a lot of effort into making it like a real island? I lived my whole
Listen.
I heard, she points out, yeah.
I have a question.
Why would somebody just say,
What's your question, human?
if you made this with your mom, and you and your mom put everyone on here, why am I the only me?
Oh,
I don't know the answer to that question.
Well,
that is
No, see, I don't know because I don't remember any of this. So even if it's true, which I guess, like, it is kind of starting to make a little bit of sense, but I don't know because I don't have the answers to why there's only you, unless there are more of you somewhere else.
well, I haven't ever met one.
There could be more on the surface, but I guess they'd be done now. So that's kind of a depressing thought.
Maybe there's more still somewhere. I mean,
Okay, you hit the button. Yeah, boop. In game. After much deliberation, we have decided on a plan that makes it possible to land the island safely before the magic in the air runs out. We have selected 6 volunteers who will be put into a strong cryosleep. These individuals will be implanted with false memories that will make waking much simpler, and we have set in motion a series of events that shall pull them all together and get them in the right place. These scripted events have been laid out to fit the culture that we believe will control the island at the time of waking. See the next few sections for information on these recruits. Press the next button to resume playback.
Don't hit that button. Human, I swear I will have to break that finger.
I wouldn't hit the button, human.
So cryosleep. So those pods that we saw, those were people sleeping? How many pods were there?
There was a lot of pods.
There's a lot of pods. So there's not more people sleeping? Are there more people asleep?
I don't know. I didn't look in the pods to see what's in there.
Okay.
there's more of human.
I'm more concerned about the 6 folk that's supposed to wake up in fake memories. Is that us?
Well, there's only 5 of us.
Unless Mortimer's one of them.
I don't think Mortimer.
He had that freaking contract, and like I never trusted it, and it was always very suspect.
Who's Mortimer?
Cobalt. He was a Cobalt friend. He helped us a lot, actually, get through all of this whole shenanigan, taking us all over the island, paying for us to get on top of the mountain, helping us break into the Wizard's Tower. Mortimer? Cobalt?
What if it was your brother?
Yeah, you don't think Ryken and he just got here first or something? Like by a few years?
Oh.
I think you're muted.
He was way older. He would have had to have, I guess, woken up sooner.
He knew everything. He would have had time for his memories to come back.
Yeah.
That's why he's so knowledgeable.
I guess.
He was putting all the puzzle pieces in place for people to help us. What in the world is his name? Carvos coming in to the palace right at the right moment, knowing that, and everybody always knew more than we knew, and maybe it was because of your brother, and he was the one, like a chess master, setting up all the pieces for the final play.
But what about the little girl?
Ready for us.
Anna?
What about me?
Well, you're telling me a little girl volunteered from the past to come here to do what?
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean, I guess someone had to play the part of the Queen's daughter.
But why?
I don't know. And if all of the memories that we thought we had are fake, then what happened to our real ones? Can we...
I don't know, but I don't know nothing but rock.
Click.
Oh.
Click. All right, voice continues. The first volunteer is my brave daughter, Alethea. She is intelligent, quick-thinking, and good of heart. This selection works well, as she will be able to operate any of the devices coded with my genetic signature. Also, she has the best aptitude for operating machinery, which will likely be needed with lowering the island from the heart.
Ha!
I am also glad to see her take this role, because it means that she will see the light on the other side. She is, after all, my daughter, and I love her more than anything else in this entire world. Knowing that she will help to usher in the next age of humanity, it just makes my heart swell with pride. Press the next button to resume playback.
Boop.
The next two volunteers are the brothers Wesley and Riken.
I told you!
They are both soldiers, and though Wes is still a bit young, he is strong and passionate and perfect for this role. We will awaken Riken from sleep earlier than Wes, knowing more about his original, or keeping more of his original memories intact, so that he can make any needed preparations before the others awaken. His job will be to guide the others to the heart of the island and ensure they complete their assigned task. Wes will be awoken with the others, and we will plant memories of the death of his brother, so that the appearance of Riken will provide the kickstart he needs to see the quest through. Wes is a strong character, and he has deep faith in others and in the divine, making him the perfect bridge between what those on the island believe and what is truly right. Riken will see to it that he is adopted by a family that places him in the right position for this task. Riken will also see to the adoptions of Alethea into a scientific family, and the later mentioned Tisla into an industrial family. Press the next button to resume playback.
What? What? I guess that makes sense. Because I was like, how is this all happening if we don't have our memories? Like, what about our parents? And now you're telling me that his parents aren't his parents, and Tisla's parents aren't their parents, and like, my dad's not even my dad?
The next one's me! Boop.
It hits the boop. Tisla is the next volunteer.
Oh.
She will serve as the protector of her team. And with the stone-like mutations that have become a part of her, she will serve this position well. All we know of this condition is that it is harmless to the inheritor and that it came from the infestation. My only concern is that any security machines that might be left on the island might see the mutation and consider her a part of the infestation. But this risk is minimal.
Okay.
Eugene, on the other hand, was also selected for the project in order to protect the ecosystem of the island and to ensure that the plants are handled properly after landing. To do this, we have decided to shift his form into that of a wolf, so that he can move freely and be one with nature. There is some concern over him losing his identity as a person, and so we have conditioned him to use the name human to always remind himself of what he really is. Finally, Anna was selected to include a child in the program. There is some concern over the condition of the adults' minds after waking from such a long sleep, and children's minds seem to resist this aging process better. Anna is bright and good-hearted, and she is prepared to guide the others if they struggle to regain their memories. This has been a summary of the ARC project, the last hope for humanity against the coming infestation that seeks to wipe us out. It is in the hands of the volunteers now, and I have faith that they will save us all. To them, I wish good luck, and I say thank you for being the martyrs who will usher in the next age of mankind's history.
Oh,
What was my name?
is a strong word, because that usually implies, I don't know, death. I don't plan on dying anytime soon before I get to the bottom of everything that is going on and all of the answers, because this was, while some answers have been presented, not nearly enough answers.
Where's my name?
So my stones, they're not from my grandmother. They're from the boats.
Yes?
I guess.
I don't know who I am anymore.
I didn't
It is
have
very disappointing.
I pooped a button and it didn't say my name.
It did. Well, so apparently your actual name is Eugene,
No, it isn't.
and
I don't know who this Eugene is, but my name is Human, and I want to know why I'm here, besides the snacks.
Human.
Yep.
Can you say the word human for me?
Human.
Yep. And then say your name.
Human.
And the word human?
Human.
They don't happen to sound similar in your wolf-like ears, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying the same word.
Human?
Yeah.
I think you're actually human.
Yeah, that's what I said the whole time.
No.
You did?
But when you say, like, you don't think there's anyone else like you, that's not true.
Yeah, that's because everyone said, "Oh my God, that's not human," and I said, "Yes, I am."
No, you're a human.
I know.
No, human, this wolf out exterior is a lie.
No, I was a wolf, for real. It happened.
No, human.
You were.
Just like I wasn't
Just
the
for a little while.
daughter of some...
No, but I was a wolf.
Yeah, but you're not a wolf.
You're not,
No.
you're
And
human.
you weren't born a wolf.
Oh.
You were
They turned you
born
into
like
one.
me. You're
Human?
Well, that's boring.
You're a people.
Yeah, people. Look, you have like other people.
Yeah, but they're not like me. They're not wolves. I mean, you guys are
You're
like
not a wolf
wolves. You're like
either.
a pack.
You know what,
Wolves.
human?
Yeah.
You know what, human?
Mhm.
You are, in fact, one of a kind.
Thank you.
It's just you, only you.
That's
And I
what my
feel
dad
like
said.
it is a lost cause to be trying to explain that to you. So, before I have a little bit of a dwarf breakdown, I feel like we should take ourselves down a few floors and go stare into the faces of whatever it is inside them cryopods in case it's other people.
We're
I'm
humans.
gonna
Or
hit the
humans.
next button again, just in case.
Wait, what happened?
I'm gonna hit the button.
Actually, the disc actually ejected back out.
Oh, okay.
So going halfway up.
We should take that.
I do.
Okay.
It's warm now.
That's not what I thought. It was.
Disconcerting.
Slimy also.
Takes it from you and
Oh, I
gives it
know.
back to you
I mean,
warm.
which is weird. So yes, cryopods, probably some sort of like, if this island is part of some bigger, if there is a surface and the surface is obviously much bigger than the cryopods, might be a genetic bank of some kind so that we can repopulate the earth, which would totally make sense. That would totally make sense. And I know, like, if you have a bigger surface area that you need to populate, you're going to need a much bigger gene pool than what we currently possess on the island. I'm very curious about the cryopods.
I'm extraordinary. Okay. So
I
you
wonder what's in the
mother
control room.
put a bubble of magic around an island in the sky to keep us separate from the heavily infested floor, wherever that is below us, yes? This magic is now running out because we didn't know it existed, because nobody told nobody it was happening. And so now our island's falling from the sky and you're going to have to navigate it so we don't crash.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Do you know how to fly this thing?
No, not at all. But if
It's got horrible blind spots.
however, if
Kind of a rocky ride.
you didn't tell us how to get to the center of the island, to the heart.
Oh no.
That is a very critical piece of information that we could use.
But we're in
No,
the
the control center. Is this the heart of the island? If we're in the heart of the island, then that means that we didn't know what
Controls.
the control center probably controls the island, because that would make the most sense.
I
And
hope I'm
the
as smart
control
as you
center
when
talk.
I'm older.
Okay.
What?
I hope I'm as smart as you when I grow up.
I'm gonna look at the frozen peas.
The cutest. Okay, Human and I are going to run downstairs. We're going to check on the frozen peas in the ponds. You stay up here. You get in the control room and you figure out how to glide this island ship to the floor. Because I have a feeling we're going down.
You know what? You're right. There's not a lot of time. We can look at the cryopods later once we are safely on the surface, which means I was right about the surface the whole time.
Nobody said you was wrong. I just needed proof.
Nobody did. But
the little mirror said all the words right. So
actually, my mom talked about her. A lot of people said she was wrong. I think she got kicked out.
What? I'm sorry. She got kicked out of what?
You got kicked out. The tower.
Oh yes. Oh, yeah. They said Alethea was wrong. Oh.
Gotcha. I thought you said my mom, and I was very confused because I don't remember having a kid. So
no.
Okay, all right. I was like, if that's just some other secret that I haven't been made privy to, it's fine.
I emotionally can't. You're gonna have to save that for part 2, Jack.
No.
So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way into the control center that doesn't have scary fiends behind the door.
Okay, so y'all head to the control center, and then some of y'all are heading to the pods.
Yeah, you and I are just gonna go down to check on them.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the frozen peas.
I think Anna will go with y'all because she's been sticking with human, unless y'all say otherwise.
Yeah, no, she can go with us.
Cool. And then Wes and Alethea will head to the control center. So we'll do the control center first because it is higher up and quicker to get to it. So you guys get to the door. After dramatically inspecting the door for a long time, you open this door and you enter, and there is a panel with a bunch of buttons and a bunch of labels. And go ahead and, Alethea, make me an investigation check.
Okay, we'll do. Investigation. I'm good at that.
There's a lot of buttons, but you can surmise the general purpose of this room. Unfortunately, it's pretty easy to tell quickly this is not where you drive the island from. These are a lot of like light controls and things like that. But you do notice one label that says main gate lock, and right now it is set to locked.
Main gate locked?
Yep.
Could that be those big doors?
It says main gate lock, and then above it says locked in like red, and there's a little switch.
Yeah, you're thinking big door, Wes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking big door too, with the scary things behind it.
Yeah. I don't need to press that yet.
I'm not. No, I think I will wait to press that until never. There's no other interesting buttons or things that I can look at.
There is one other interesting thing in this room. Wes, go ahead and make me a perception check while she's studying the buttons. Ooh, yeah, they're rolling great today. You search the room for a while, and finally on one of the tables, you find a small kind of like card looking thing that has like some kind of copper pieces at the end, and it seems to be the same shape as the slot you saw on the front door.
It's a key.
In fact, it'll say like access key on it in big letters because that's how people label things.
Okay, so no, maybe this opens those two big doors. Then what is the main gate?
There's no diagram for like determining what exactly the main gate means, but we
not
can
with the 9 investigation they're in.
That is fair. So I will say from the information that we know, which is archives, little door, big something or another, main gate makes sense. It seems likely that we could open it from up here or by using this access key somehow. So maybe we should just hang on to that for now.
Okay, you're not gonna hit the button?
No.
Okay.
Not until we're all together, at least.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know we're running out of time and like the island could crash at any second.
We put the most two practical people together and sent the 3 of us into the cryo room.
Yeah. What can you really do?
We're not there yet.
Eat all the peas.
Speaking of cryo chambers, I just want to get to the cryo chambers. Well, they're going, should we press this button? We get to you guys. You guys reach these cryopods. So y'all can run up to one of these, and whoever wants to peek inside, make me a perception check.
I'm just going to pick one. Nope.
You just see a big cloudy form inside.
You say human?
Yeah, human can see him there. Human, make a history check.
What's in there? That doesn't
'cause
look
you have-
like peas at all.
It's because of all your fur.
Actually, you can do a nature check or a history check, whatever makes you happy.
It's the same either way. I'll do nature because it's thematically
Could you-
appropriate. Nope.
You see in this pod a creature that looks like a horse, but it's like not. It's got like stripes on it.
It's a horse.
Like a normal horse.
Yeah.
Well, who would put a horse in a pod?
I don't know, but it's definitely not peas.
Well, I mean, what's in another one? Can I look at a different one?
You can eat a horse, but
Yeah, if you want, you can make an
Definitely not
investigation
peas.
check.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 15 that time.
Okay, yeah, we'll hold on to that for a second.
Okay.
Make me an investigation check on the first one.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't find anything. When you want to try?
an investigation. No, he's just going to every hole he walks by and looking inside of them.
Okay. Yeah, so Alethea, you go up to another one, and you see...
You mean Tisla?
I'm sorry, Tisla.
We were practically the same person.
Right?
Totally. You go to one of like the much bigger pods, and you see this big creature, and go ahead and make me a nature or a history check.
Nope.
Man, y'all are on top of these rolls.
Killing today.
You see a large creature with leathery-looking gray skin and a big horn on the front. And you've never seen a thing like this before.
Yep, elephant.
What is that? It's huge. You think they're alive, human?
No. I think they're frozen.
Well, why would they put these dead weird creatures inside pods and freeze them?
I don't know.
You think they're gonna eat them?
I mean, you can eat a horse, and I guess you can eat an elephant.
Well,
Oh, is that what that's called?
now wait though, because these are cryo thingies, and weren't you guys and me cryo something too?
I don't know. I was skipping through the thing until I heard my name.
Are there labels on anything?
Yeah, your name's Eugene.
Human.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Since you're looking for labels, make an investigation check again.
Dr. Human.
I mean, I have a -1 to it for Pete's sake. So.
I see that. After a decent amount of searching, you finally find like a panel thing that kind of flips open on the front.
Oh,
It
okay.
has a bunch of sciencey information you do not understand at all with that kind of investigation roll.
Well, I have a feeling this is important, but
But it does have a name that when you read it, it kind of pokes apart your brain a little bit and as recollection. For the one that has a horn on it, you see the word rhinoceros. It says rhinoceros M,
rhinoceros.
and it's M as in Mary.
It's a rhinoceros.
No.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
No,
Oh, what? Well, do you know what any of these other things are? And I just kind of start trying to, I guess, sound out whatever the weird listing is.
yeah. So you come across a couple duplicates in there, like kind of going down the roads. You find gorilla M and gorilla F. You
Oh.
find like hyena M, hyena F.
All right. Okay. Hyena and hyena.
The world's doomed.
So, two different kinds. The kind, the f kind.
That's a weird way to name things.
I think that, well, you know, it's been hundreds of years. They could have been primitive for all we know.
Maybe it's undercommon. I don't know what that is, but I heard someone say that one time, so maybe it's that.
No, do I speak Undercommon? I do
It's Durgar and Drow language.
not. I do not. Okay, so
We met a drow once. That was a good time.
No, it was not. That's a lie. That is a lie.
we fib. That's a fib. Don't fib. It's bad for children.
Liar DM.
Okay. I don't know that I'm deducing much from this, except for some reason they felt like all these critters were important. Maybe it's just like it's part of the Ox project, and you know that they thought they were special.
Maybe. Animals
Yeah,
are
there's
special.
like, yeah. No, just to clarify, there's like thousands of these pods. By the time you like go down, it's like rows and rows and rows of them.
Animals
well,
are
that
special.
changes. So,
Yeah.
oh, wait a second, human.
Yeah,
What if they was the animals?
they are animals.
Well, yes, human. I mean, but they were the animals, the ones that they came, that they saved them from the virus.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And so when we crash, or glide or park or whatever it is that islands do, when they come from the sky, we can send animals out to, procreate and what's not.
Yeah, because when the island crashes like the air machine and everything's on fire, we can eat them.
Oh, it'd be like a barbecue.
Yeah.
I love barbecue.
Oh, me too. I wonder
And then
what
everyone-
a rhinoceros tastes like. Or the kind.
I don't know. Probably good though. They're real big.
Maybe we should go tell. Maybe we should go tell them what we found. I wonder
Okay.
if they pressed any buttons.
It's like a buffet of food.
You think they found a steering wheel or something?
No, I didn't feel it move at all.
That's a good thing right now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, remember that time it was falling and we felt it move? I feel like we would feel it
Because
move.
like grabs everything around her as if it might fall again when you say it.
She grabbed the ums and the
Yeah, they got the fa.
Well,
Should have said the
job well
scientist.
done.
Well, let's go skedaddle back and tell them.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
we'll eat them later.
Well, they're not on fire yet. You gotta wait for them to cook. Do not eat raw meat.
No, I know, we'll eat
Down
them
in
later.
your belly.
Yeah.
It's just like saving it for later. We've been saving it for hundreds of years. It
Yeah.
can wait one more night.
It's like a wine.
I mean, it never tastes as good after it's frozen.
We're the worst. Okay.
The world's
Best
doomed.
friends clubs activate.
Form of human.
Let's form Voltron.
Bat signal comes up and we appear back in the control room.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
We found some. There's critters in it. In the pots, not peas at all.
They're food.
Well, they might be food. We haven't really decided that yet.
I think they're cryo thingy.
They're cryoed. Yeah. What is?
Cryoed. Yeah.
So that when the
So like
when
we
the
were.
island crashes like the flying ship and everything's on fire, we can eat them.
Tizzle Toys one, like melon.
Like a melon, but like a barbecue melon.
You don't barbecue melons, and you don't smash them neither. Neither of those two things are happening to melons today.
But
My
rhinoceros.
internet that is being bad.
Oh
no.
So there was this big listing of all the critters, as if they had organised them or something, like you might do, which makes me think that maybe you actually might have done it. But you did this weird thing where you put an M and an F at the end of each one, and so I was wondering, is that based on like flavour or something?
Oh, it's a catalog.
The M's are for mesquite.
Oh, yeah. The F is for fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I think
No,
it's
okay,
food.
okay. So,
Or finger looking
no,
good.
not food. Whatever you found is, if animals labeled M and F, is a catalog like of animals, like you find in an encyclopedia or anthology of some kind,
Nope.
or
Mhm.
in, were there lots of longer, like weirder words?
No, just the ums and the f's after each one.
There's a lot of weird stuff after that, but it sounded like gibberish to us.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I have a feeling I might know what that is.
I
okay.
don't.
Well, why? Just, you and I have a theory that's because we're going to have a big celebratory barbecue when we arrive safely at the bottom.
So remember when I said about how it could be people, because you would need to repopulate the surface with
yeah.
people. Well, my guess is it must be animals that were native to the surface before
Oh, I see
the
that.
meteorite hit, and now they've saved them somehow in these cryopods in the sleeping. They sleep like we slept, and we will wake them up and they will repopulate the surface after a short quarantine period.
Oh.
For sure.
It's like the birds and the bees.
Yes,
So they're
male.
friends,
That's
not
why it's called the archive, because of the bees.
Because of all the bees.
Oh, well, that makes sense now. I get it. That was really the missing puzzle piece in making all of this.
Then we gotta find the ark nest too
the truth is
For the
revealed.
birds.
for the birds.
Oh, and then we bring them together.
Yes.
And then
And then we...
I guess I never really learned what...
I never really understood how a bird and a bee...
It's a complicated metaphor. So maybe another time I will explain that one to you guys. However, we found a control room, and in the control room, we found the thing. Wesley?
I have no idea what we're talking about, Anna.
Wesley, the thing you found.
What'd you find, Wesley?
This.
Oh.
I think it's a thing that goes into the slot by the other doors, and I think it's a key.
The
It says access key in big letters on it, just to reemphasize.
Well, I based upon, I'm not really an A++ reader, but that just says access card. So what we might rightfully assume, yes, in fact, wait a second, that slot's in the big scary door.
Yeah, that's the problem. So we can get in there. It'll just be bad.
Why do things always have to be behind the big scary door?
It was just a regular door.
From the mouth
Then
of...
you found that button.
There was a button. Did you press it?
No, because it seemed to be locking something behind a main gate, which I could not discern what the main gate was. However, if something is locked behind it, I didn't want to unlock it.
What if
it's the orc nest?
What if it's not keeping something in? What if it's keeping something out?
That is a good point.
Like the virus. What if it controls the gate on the surface?
Then that is something that we'll deal with when we get to the surface, right?
Are there any other doors in this room?
No.
But you did find the steering wheel and the all the stuff, right? So this is not how we drive the island here.
Guess not. It's just a control room for like the heart, I guess. For like the all.
We should open the main gate then. If it controls the heart.
Here's the thing. I would deduce that this access key, probably is redundant. So we don't need to open it from all the way up here and then run down to the place that we think it.
A gate though, was it?
It was a big door, big metal door with a slot.
Would you consider it the main gate?
I mean, it's the most main gate-ish thing we've seen since we've been down here.
Gate-ish.
It was like the first two doors. It was the bigger of the two.
Of gate quality.
I mean, I guess we could just hold off on pressing the button for now and then check the door. I mean, the door doesn't seem safe.
I say we press all the buttons.
Opening the door with the key card is also probably bad, right?
But at least we're there. So whatever we're opening, we are near it.
The question is, what's other than the fiend? What else is behind that door?
Hopefully the steering wheel, or we're doomed.
Yeah, because we've
How
got
much time do we have left? Has anyone been counting?
No, and don't. Oh, okay. Let's skedaddle. Back down to the main door. Let's put the card in. And you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Look, we have clearly come all the way from hundreds of years in the past to come all the way here. What? We're going to be too scared to put a key card in a door?
Well, you're too scared to hit a button.
I'm too scared to hit a button. And just like what?
Not scared. It is caution. Caution is what I am exercising.
So it's more cautious to hit the button from 5 floors away than it is to open the door right in front of your face?
What do you mean opening the door right in front of my face? There's no door here. And he hit the button.
Okay, so he hits the button and a little green light flips on the panel and it says open. And then a little slot opens on the roof and one of those like shiny panels that will now specify as being a screen comes down and clicks on. And you see a couple different spots on the island, one on each side near like the 2 kingdoms and then like 2 kind of up in the mountains.
Okay.
And you see this, like, I don't know, you don't see anything at first, but then you start actually feeling like a rumbling like under your feet as the whole island starts to tremble a little bit. And then with a final kind of burst, the rock on the side of these 4 places burst off of the mountain and 4 big metal doors open up. and these big siren kind of voice start going off, and they start going, "Please make your way to the nearest emergency shelter. Please make your way to the nearest emergency shelter."
Oh no. Are we an emergency shelter? Is this an emergency shelter?
Wait, is there a door for the dwarves?
See, now everyone knows we're gonna land.
They don't know it's a ship. They don't know the island can land. They don't even think there's a surface.
Surprise!
But the dwarves are at the bottom. They'll get smashed first.
That's okay, you don't even like them.
But
Wow.
they're still my people.
Oh,
Jesus, human.
sorry.
There's only one of you.
I know.
Ouch.
Then there can only be one of you.
Okay. Nobody panic. We got to find a steering wheel before this thing takes off, because I assume that is the next thing that's going to happen. So let's go down and...
Does it look like people are getting into these things? I'm assuming the things that opened up are bunkers.
Yeah, they're kind of like these bunker things, and I would say like what you can see right now is there's people kind of looking at it, like trying to figure out what to do. But a couple of people are kind of making their way towards it because the island's already dropped a little bit like once.
Oh, so they're
So some people are kind of questionable, and the other people are like, at least in there we won't like get crushed if we fall again or go flying into the sky.
Okay.
So some people are making their way towards them right now, and hopefully more will as people start trusting it and not getting killed or something from it.
Well, listen, we have to let the people deal with their own business, right? Like they either get in the hole or they don't get in the hole. We, on the other hand, have got to find you a steering wheel. You have to fly this thing.
Yeah, and land it in such a way that we don't kill our whole entire population, therefore making this whole thing moot.
Okay,
What's a
well,
moot?
That's a funny word.
okay, as my grandmother would say, you cannot live in an if. So we can only live in the now. And right now, shit is awry. And what we do have is this card that says access. So, you know what? If I'm going to go punch myself a fiend, it sounds like a fiend's about to have himself a bad day.
It's the only thing left to do.
I didn't get any of that.
But it's
I'm
okay,
ready for it.
human. Come on.
All right.
She's like stomping off, and I'm like, she means business. Like, I better follow her. She's not stopping for me.
Okay, so you're stomping back to the main first room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all reach the room with the big circular device that had the message from Myra in it. And there is the big door. It has not opened yet, but there is a slot.
Go on. Put it in the slot.
I don't like this. I don't
You
like this
got
one
this.
bit.
Want me to
Wait,
do it?
wait. As soon as you get close, I'm like, wait a second. And I put my foot out and like take my monk stance, and I'm gonna see if I can see what's behind the door.
Roll me a perception. It's a very thick door. Just
No.
nope.
No,
It's a
I have
very
rolled.
thick
I don't
door.
think I've rolled more than like a 10 tonight on a perception roll.
Yeah, you just feel a very thick door. Very, very thick. Like a blast door.
Well, be ready for anything, human. Will you make sure that Anna doesn't get hurt?
Yeah. And he
Okay.
takes her and picks her up and puts her on his shoulders.
Yeah, she kind of holds up her staff like over his head.
Yeah.
It's a brave
The
bunch.
friendship
we've got.
staff.
Oh, hey, speaking of,
Yeah.
you know, just in case things go awry and we might die or whatever, you should know that even though this isn't my real life and I don't actually know who I am, what I do know is you lots of my friends. So, cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
we're best friends.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
We
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, and you know what? I bet we was best friends in the last life. Best friends in the last and this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we all chose to come here, so we must have
Right.
known each other.
Right. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You put that card in that slot. Do it.
Do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Best friend power trumps everything.
Love you guys.
There's gonna be snacks on the other side.
All right, you slip the card into the slot, and the slot kind of like sucks up the card, and then a little green light clicks on. The card pops back out, and it's just kind of sitting there waiting for you to take it. And as soon as you pull it out the slot, the door starts sliding open, and it reveals a very large round chamber that is full of like all kinds of different like machinery and equipment and things of that nature. And this is just a very large open room but right now you do not see anything in there with your
Fine
normal
sex.
Oh, yeah, right now.
There's some bad mojo in that room.
I know the location of any fiend within 60 feet of me.
Of the bad mojo.
Middle of the room where you see nothing right now.
What is it? What do you see?
It's right in the middle. I don't know what it is.
No, it's not. There's something in the middle.
There's something there.
Is it on the ceiling? Can I see it? Like literally, it's pinpointed in the center floor point on the room, or is it like just a general like vicinity?
Yeah, like the not like the perfect center, but you know,
I got you. Okay.
at the middle of the room, like as though something is awaiting a dramatic entrance.
Of course.
Wait, I have an idea. Here's a good one.
Okay.
Okay, Wesley, I need you to use your wizard powers and tell me how big it is and where it is. As specifically as possible.
Dare we ask why, human?
No, it's a surprise.
Okay. Well, you know.
Also, just a note, since you're trying to get that precise with it, Wes, it's technically under the floor right now.
Oh, okay.
In case being non-corporeal.
It's under the floor.
Oh, well, I can't do anything about that.
I'm gonna cast Bless on up to 3 creatures. You 3.
If you do it at a higher level, you can do another person.
I'll do that.
All 4 of us. So we both get the +2 now to AC.
It's a D4 to any.
Oh,
attack
this is
roll
the
or saving
D4 to the attack roll. Okay.
Or
Bless you.
skill or
Bless.
saving throw, I think.
throw. It's just attack or saving throw.
Oh, right.
Just attack or save.
Oh, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone, or?
No, him.
Okay.
You go to cast a
Plus a
spell.
D4. Oh.
You go to cast a spell, and it fizzles out in your hand, and it doesn't work.
Oh no, it's the freaking dead space. That's what that's been. I was like, why does he keep having to do these?
Mhm.
I'm gonna do
I
that.
just remembered what it was.
I'm gonna do it again, but at first level this time.
All right. And go ahead and roll that wisdom save. You need a 10. Yay, that one works.
Okay, so
You gotta tone it down a bit. That-
3 of
that-
us. Okay.
Three who? Not
3.
Wesley?
Not
Yeah,
me.
so not Wes.
Yeah, he didn't get it. He cast it at a lower level, so he couldn't get himself.
Giving it to you guys, not me.
Okay.
I don't need it. I'll be fine.
Okay, so what do? Wesley? We can't rightfully sneak up on it underground. I mean, I can, but
Go. Just go. Just
What-
walk forward.
What are we doing in
Blessing isn't
here?
gonna last that
oh
long.
wait! You said it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it that way. We should surround it.
Is there a door? Where are we even going in here?
Yeah, looking through the room, you see a lot of different doors in different places. This is like a inner complex, basically. There's a
Oh.
lot of doors and machines, and you can't like see everything in there.
Okay, what door are we going in?
I don't know that we know yet, human. We just know that there's an evil, powerful thing that is hanging out in the center of this here room.
My blessing only lasts a minute. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, fan out, go around it, make circle it.
We fan out.
Okay, yeah, so you'll kind of fan out and run like a cool dramatic circle around this room, and making the dramatic entrance it always planned to. Something kind of shadowy begins to kind of like bubble up on the floor a little bit, and you begin to hear something speak. And the thing about its voice is that when this thing speaks, it speaks with what sounds like thousands of voices all at the same time coming from one united source, and says, "You, all of you, brought my race to extinction. And so I am here to ensure that I bring extinction to your race." And as it says this, a humanoid-shaped form begins to rise out of the ground that is clad in kind of a dark robe, and it comes up, and at first it's like a shadow, and the darkness kind of starts to fade to reveal the form that is in front of you. And all of you see a man, a kind of older man, actually a much older man, with these robes over him, and there is this purple darkness that is just coming out of his eyes and out of his ears and out of his mouth whenever these voices speak, and this darkness that even those of you without divine sense can still feel in the air emanates from him. And as he turns and kind of faces all of you, Wes recognizes the form of Riken. And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
No!
Wait, no! What? He's no... Oh,
You can't do that.
son
You
of a-
can't do that.
I
I
just
can't
did.
believe I have to tell you this again, Jack. You can't just do that.
I just did that. It's
Son of a
before
bitch.
the finale. It's got to be good.
You son of a bitch.
so, at least Human's not the only one in Identity Crisis anymore.
If my brother's an alien, am I an alien? Is that how that works?
Wait, are they an alien? Wait, is he...
Is he an alien, or is he just being like possessed by the thing?
He's just being possessed by an alien, but if he's an alien, that makes me an
And by
alien.
alien, is it the virus?
My brother's an alien.
Wait, did he,
It's the virus.
That's the name of our season 2 sitcom. My brother's an
It's
alien.
alien
My
virus.
brother's an alien.
My
So it's an
brother's
alien virus. And it did die off. So that's good news, gang.
well,
Yeah,
it's not
extinct
dead yet.
except for this
Well,
one.
not
Yeah,
anymore.
Not totally.
Psych.
Psych.
Okay.
I think we should
well,
close the doors behind us and die, right? That's what we're gonna have to do.
yeah, that's the end. That's the
Shut the
finale.
door, run away.
This is it for me. I am the last human.
Oh, that's so sad. Jesus.
All right, guys. That was episode 12. Heart of the Island Part 1. Next week is the finale, Heart of the Island Part B. That being said, let's go around, get your thoughts on the show. Let's get the heck out of here and host one of our good friends. We'll start with Chelsea. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of the penultimate episode?
I am Chelsea. You can find me all over the internet as Little Red Dot. Yeah, I play a lot of tabletop RPG on really cool networks like this one, as well as my channel where I play indie RPGs on Wednesdays and stuff. Yeah, lots of feels. I've never had a DM be like, write me a backstory, only for it to be fake. Only for it to be
Got him.
fake. So that was cool.
It's only part fake. I mean, you did live with the guy who is like your father and stuff like that.
I guess that's true. I did it at one point, just
You just adopted and had other backstory you didn't know about.
yeah, sure, okay. I didn't know that. It's like my adopted backstory. It's like my adoption backstory is what I actually
Right.
wrote. So anyway, so
It's the family you choose.
it's the it's chosen family. Well, did I choose it or was it chosen for me? That's different.
It was chosen by someone.
At some time.
Someone chose
sometime.
it.
So I'm having all of the thoughts. I'm glad to know that some of my theories were right, even though some of them were like way off. I did early on, I had the ridiculous thought that this island was a ship. And I was like, that is silly. There's no way that the whole island is a ship.
Surprise!
Surprise!
And here we are, weeks later.
Here we are in this boat full of bees.
This is full
Full
of
of
bees.
bees.
With no birds. We're screwed.
No bird.
Or we're not screwed, something like that.
Yeah. I don't have a segue to go off of that. So, Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of the penultimate episode?
Oh my god. I am Speedy. You can find me everywhere at Not So Speedruns. You can also catch me on Encounter Roleplay on Mondays in the War of the Roses, Game of Thrones RPG. Super cool. We're having our season finale next week. Also, starting in January, you'll be able to see me on Scraticus's channel on Thursdays at 10 p.m. in a game jammed by Lindy in space. So that's super fun. I'm really looking forward to. And you can also follow at Cast Together, which is a community of streamers for mental health that I help organize and is just a super supportive community if you're into that sort of thing.
Hell yeah.
And today was wow, that's a whole lot of knowledge dropped. I think I was suspecting a lot of that, but like the details of it were well beyond me. Human's backstory is my favorite. I think that he was human and he has just forgotten completely. He's just gone mad.
Well, and then they
That
wanted
man.
him. I love that they wanted him to connect with nature and like, well, make him an animal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what you
that
do.
was all Mike's fault too, because he was like, "Hey, I don't have a backstory of how I became a wolf, so write it." Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you go.
that's
Also,
what you
you
get.
chose the name human
Yeah.
Yeah.
without considering that at all.
What?
That's fun.
That it was.
just a, yeah.
Oh no, I
were-
did. That literally. So the backstory you guys all have had. I was a wolf, and the first person that saw me said that's not human. I said yes, I am, and that's exactly how he got his name. Is he chose the name human? He never told you his like name was human. He just kept saying hi, I'm human.
Yeah, but this is a character that you made for a one shot a while ago without that backstory at all.
Oh yeah.
And he had the name human then.
Which is also super cool. Like, kudos to
That's
Jack.
true. That is true.
I mean, how could I not? We're making that joke all season. You don't look human to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so funny. Yeah, this is super great. I cannot wait for next week. And also, I just want to say, Jack, you can't just do that. You can't just do that. That's my brother again.
I mean, is it, or is it like a shell of his former self?
It's definitely that one, but like still. How did he get here?
I don't know.
He like evaporated when I saw him before.
Into bees.
In the bees, and then the bees flew to the birds, and this happened.
Right. And here we are.
Yep.
And here we
This is what
are.
you get, kids, for birds and the bees. Stay away from them.
Yep.
Lesson learned in Island in the Sky.
Or you get stung.
Oh no.
Or you get stuck.
And here to tell us about the birds and the bees, Kenny, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
We're gonna have to do that like post-game Discord chat. If you have questions, like just DM me. It's fine. We'll have very one-on-one confidential chat if you need it. My name's Kenny Hill. You can find me at twitch.tv/Kenny Hill or youtube.com/Kenny Hill. And I had a blast. This whole campaign has just been a treat.
Yeah.
A real treat. I've had so much fun with you guys and just the characters that we've all decided to play and how we've somehow come this close to saving this island.
Somehow.
I also
Only
have to
to
say, I
crash
love
at the
that we
end.
were probably best friends club thousands of years ago, and now we're also best friends club here, even though we're totally like different people.
Oh, I want to see the flashback scene of Human before he went all weird and was probably just like a little bit of a hippie and like just growing around with him.
He's actually like full-on nerd anthropologist. Like that's what
yeah.
it's like he's just hardcore science nerd.
Science nerd.
Just big science.
Funny you say that. For next week, y'all's homework is to come up with some explanation of what your character was like before
Oh man.
all of this.
Oh man.
So,
Wes was exactly the same.
Probably. I was
Sadly.
actually a college boy.
I love this homework. I'm gonna have so much fun
This
with
should be
this.
fun. Last but not least, Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of the penultimate episode?
Yeah, so my name is Jack. I go by JackoBuddy everywhere, so you can follow me on Twitter and places like that, and also through my company, Reliant Games, where we do fun things. And then I'm here for one more week on Thursdays on the unMadeGaming channel for next week's big super scary finale, where we're totally fighting Wes's brother. I can do that.
I'm excited.
This week was super fun. I've been like holding this information for like since like June or July. Like I can't wait for this information drop. I can't wait for it. I want to do the information drop. I finally got to just dump it all on y'all, and it was awesome. And like how as y'all listened to it and like stop at different points, I started connecting the dots for like some of the next parts, and then like it would play and like confirm it. Thought that was super cool. So I love this game and the campaign. I love the characters, and all the characters make it work. I mean, that's what it's all about, is like the characters and stuff, and you'll do a heck of a job with that. So can't wait for next week. I'm excited for the finale, but also kind of sad that it's our last game as well. So
All right. It's been a hell of a time.
Yeah, it has been.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the raids and chat. Players, DM, thank you so much. Guys, go check out our sponsors. One of them is Jack with Reliant Games. For all your podcasting needs, they will do the editing, the hosting, the uploading, all that fun stuff. They'll actually be taking this game and making it into a podcast come January. The other sponsor of the game is One Kenny Hill. One Tree Hill? TV show coming out soon. One Kenny Hill. She is one half of the Dice of
I'd
Rolling.
watch that.
Right? She is one half of the Dice of Rolling. Go check them out. Get a complete set of polyhedral dice with optimized quantities for D&D 5e. Use coupon code UMG. Save yourself $1 and use them as stocking stuffers. That being said, there's a bunch of new people in here. If you guys would love to, go check out our Discord. That is the hub of our community. And if you guys want to support the community, the games, the stream, everything, go check out our Patreon. And, you know, throw $1 at us or something. I don't know. You can put it in my pocket. From there, let's go host Bubbernot. He's doing some map building and some session prep for his next D&D game, and he's a lovely man. So go check him out.
Go support the Bubber.
We all love him.
Love the Bub.
That being said, guys, we're going to get the hell out of here. Love your faces. Bye-bye.